Good afternoon. Welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Providence Holy Cross Medical Center and Comfort Keepers in Home Care. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Thomas Pellicky.
On your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And before we visit our guest, we have an announcement.
Bella Cucina Italian Restaurant, in collaboration with Mission Opera, presents Bella Notte every third Saturday of the month, starting November 23rd. These opera nights will help keep the arts alive in Santa Clarita while supporting locally owned businesses. For information, visit missionopera.com.
Well, here we are. Our first guest this morning, this afternoon. Oh, where does time go? Disappears. Is Kevin McDonald, CEO of Bella Vita, the Senior Center. Beautiful Bella Vita.
All right.
Yes.
Nice to be with you this morning.
Yes.
Both of you.
Yes.
Thanks, Kevin. It's always great to have you back. So a quick rundown of what's going on at the Senior Center, but I have some questions that have become very personal and relevant to me that I'm sure are not unique to my situation. It's very real concerns when you're dealing with what happens if, what happens if this, what happens if that. And I know the amazing services that you provide at Bella Vita Senior Center, but how does that help someone on the other side of the country? Like what is universal, what is expected, and how can we help from a distance?
Sure. The needs of seniors are common everywhere in this country.
Sure.
And we probably get the same 20 questions about what do I do if this happens to mom or that happens to mom or dad, and where are their services and what's available and where is funding about. And that's where our one-stop shop at the Senior Center, we call it care managers. They're really social workers. Mm. And we have the most experienced one in the world with Suzanne Nelson, has been with us for 37 years, and Diana Servanian. And we just have a great team that can sit with someone and say, what's your issues? What are your challenges? Doesn't just not in Santa Clarita, but throughout the country. And what can we work through them? The other resource we have is we have a wide network of support for us. We're a part of Meals on Wheels America. And all those Meals on Wheels programs throughout the whole country, we're all connected as one. And we pull on each other. And one can call the other saying what's available for that area, especially when one senior center calls another. So there's a Meals on Wheels network. There's also a Senior Center network. Mm. So if you give me a place and location somewhere in the country, we're going to make a couple of phone calls for you. We're going to see what's out in that area, because people need different types of care, but they need different types of care, but it depends on the geography. But it's the same type of care, right?
Sure.
It's what is there Alzheimer's care available? Is there living arrangements, and what are the living options in that different community? And of course, there's all different prices. And when you get into the pricing thing, the family says, well, I only have so much in my coffers.
Yeah.
Right? So what is available so I don't drain every dollar out of the family coffers to do stuff? And that's where we can help sit down and try to, plan a path. Because like I said, what we're dealing with in Santa Clarita, we're dealing with in my hometown of Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. And they're dealing with the same issues.
Yeah.
And that's where we need to reach out for each other. And that's why we continue to say, reach out to the Senior Center, let me put one of our best on it, and let's kind of work through that course, because you're not alone. And that's the most important thing. You feel alone.
Yeah.
But we're not alone, because this is what this family does for each other, especially that senior community. And if we don't have the answers, we'll say we don't know, but we'll go find out.
Right. I mean, theory outside, like practicality. I'm on the other side of the country. I'm trying to make arrangements for someone in New Jersey. Can I come and visit one of your counselors at the Senior Center and see how this all works? I mean, I just really don't know what to do. And
yes.
I know you are you do know.
We do know, but it's also, we have our experts there and people
Yeah.
that live with this every day. I mean, our counselors here are going out to families and homes, dealing with this every single day, and
Yeah.
then trying to navigate the system.
Yeah.
So it's not just 2 or 3 people out there. We have 10 to 15 people all knowing what they're doing. And yes, we would encourage you, come and sit down. We don't care where your loved one is in this country. Come and sit down. Let's get you started. And then we're going to tag along with you and say, make this phone call, make that phone call, and let's make it easier for that other person. You know, my sister took care of my mother up in Syracuse, New York, in her last 6 months.
Yeah.
And my sister Marion, she got burnt out, and she made that phone call to me. I am fried. What do I do now?
Yeah.
And things like that. And that's where we try to provide what family support is there, what support in the local area, and we want to make sure Mary, who is my sister, has the best resources available. And it's not just because what I do for a living, they're out there for everybody. We just
Yeah.
have to find them. And people need help finding them.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to, Google it and try to find the best services. And that's where we can use our network to saying who's good at this area and who can they sit down with. So I would start with Santa Clarita care managers, and then we make a connection with that East Coast town or Midwest town, whatever town it is, of what services are available there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're there. That's what we do. I mean, that's why Bella Vita is what Bella Vita is, and that's what the senior center exists solely for that. And everything, all of our counseling and all of our contacts and our linking people with different services is all for free. So that's what we're there for. So we want people to do that. And it's a shame if they don't. And I think that's the reason for this show. And that's the reason we're out in the community so much is, hey, make a phone call and connect with us. Because some people, they got the food. Yes, we have the best food in the world. But they're also the second floor. There's a lot that happens up there. And
Yeah.
that's where Barbara's involved with the support groups and all the other things that go up. And there's so many different facets that people aren't aware of until they need it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you guys do that. Yes, we do that. You do that. Yes, we do that. But, we can't get all that information out. But we're there for you.
But the other thing is, too, eating over there is unbelievable. That monstrous room is full of tables and full of people at the tables. Sometimes it's very hard to find a partially empty table or an empty table. And the food is outstanding. I mean, it's delivered right to your seat. It's wonderful. It
But we
really
also want to
is.
connect when we talk about outside of Santa Clarita. Because we're part of Meals on Wheels America, and some people say, "Well, I thought you're the SCV Senior Center, right?" No, we're also Meals on Wheels Santa Clarita, and we're Meals on Wheels
Yes.
Antelope Valley, and we've
Right.
become a part of that organization. And we're not going to change our name to be 18 different things.
No.
But one of our divisions is the Meals on Wheels, and we love Meals on Wheels America. They advocate for our federal funding in Washington D.C. They set up resources for us. I mean, we're getting emails every other day. These are resources for your community. These are resources to make your Meals on Wheels program better. I mean, what a great national organization to have, and we love that connection with them going forward. And we also have one just for California, but all the states have them, and that's what I'm saying. Can we make some phone calls? Sure. One Meals on Wheels calls another, and it's not just about the food. They'll know about the other resources in the community, wherever it is. So that's
Yeah.
the start. But what you're saying here is what every single person in the audience should be listening to. If you need something, don't go hanging out. Call the senior center. We're the hub of information, and we're
Yeah.
fortunate to have experts. And I have the best team we've ever assembled there right now of pros and new social workers coming up. They know the system better than others. We have one guy specializing in helping those who don't have a home, and he's trying to figure out those, and that's a big issue for people.
Yes.
But I have really nice experts on our team. So we're fortunate, and we want to reach out and we want to provide care to those who are just struggling. And somebody wants to help another family member. I wanted to help my sister. I couldn't keep flying back and forth. But hey,
Right.
Mary, let me see what I got in that area in Syracuse, New York, to connect you with those resources. So
The other thing, too, that I'm all for is securing long-term care insurance. I mean, it might be expensive, which it is, because I got it. I have it, and then I had it for Russ. And he at one point said, "No, don't you dare spend money on that." But I did anyway. And it paid over 2/3 of his 24/7 home care. And that's a lot of money because home care is not cheap, believe me. These women and some men provide excellent care. And I had to get a good night's sleep so I could take care of Russ during the day. And I had to have somebody at night with him because he couldn't sleep in his bed. He had to sleep in his chair in the living room. And that was very disconcerting for me because I needed to sleep.
Right.
And so having someone come in and stay with him was such a relief for me. And that's where the long-term care came in. I mean, it really pays a lot.
And there's so many different facets to the system, and that's what we have some people to help with. We could have a whole show just on
Yeah.
long-term care insurance, and when should you get it?
Absolutely.
I turned into a senior last year. Should I be getting it? I need to look into it deeper and find out the cost of this and the benefits of it and everything else. So
Yeah,
it's,
but be sure if you're going to get it, don't get it until you retire. Get
well,
it
see,
way before.
See, Barbara, those are the hints, and that's the information that needs to get out there
Yes,
as well.
it does. I mean, get it when you're younger, because number one, it's a lot cheaper, and it's very hard to get if you need it right now. You're out of luck, I'm afraid, in most cases. So it's very important to get that kind of thing.
And there's other resources
that
out there. I mean, we talk about our adult
Well,
day program, which is filling
true.
up right now, and that's our going rate would be like $120 in the market, and right now
An
we have-
hour.
no, a day for our adult day program.
Well, that's
For-
still
for-
a bargain.
Yes, no. I mean, it's $120 a day in the general private market, and
Yeah.
our services are free. And those
Yeah.
families are coming in for 4 hours a day, getting that instant relief
Yes.
for a while. So those are the programs we know about, and those are programs we can connect people to that's out there. Otherwise, the general public doesn't necessarily know all that stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
the senior center is always full. I mean, you go to that center up here, and the parking lot is absolutely full. And those aren't all employees.
Right.
Those are people coming to the various classes, because you have so many classes there that seniors can take to keep them involved and keep them alive.
But to your point, it's also to keep them informed. I mean, the next
That's
month,
right.
just our health and wellness lectures, which happens right after the show on Wednesdays at 1:00, and that's also via Zoom. I mean, nutrition for aging is December 4th. Mental healthy holidays, vascular health and treating vascular disease. I mean, these things are coming up from doctors in our area, and I'm sure we've had ones on Medicare and everything else. And today is on your will and your estate and everything else. So this health and wellness lecture series, which now we're taping, and we'll be able to provide that for the community. So if someone had a topic, they can go into our website. This isn't ready yet, probably launch in January. They can, let me grab that topic and let me listen to that for the hour and see if that's going to help me, because we're bringing in the best in the field every single week at Bella Vita. So we have the classes, we have the activity, we have the fun stuff, we have the fun food, but we also have the lecture series, which is great information.
And
No,
when you
there was a one of our group who couldn't attend the group yesterday. She came in and ate lunch with us, and she had to leave at 1:00 to go to Chair Pilates, and because they were offering that,
Right.
and she was concerned because she needed something in her stomach before she did the exercise. So
Or vice versa.
So when you say they're taped, and you said listen, so is it audio files? Is it
It's video
Zoom? Is
files.
it video?
It's video files.
And where does somebody find that?
And that's what we're going to make available starting in January.
Okay.
So we have these all taped. We're putting into a library where you'll be able to register and log in, and you'll see a library of all these health and wellness lectures. Say, oh, I want that one, depending
Awesome.
on your typical topic. And
Yeah.
we're going to do that. We're also going to do that for our classes. We're actually doing it for our activity classes like Zumba and things like that, because if you're sitting at home and you're homebound, we want you to be able to take those chair Pilates classes and watch our instructors do it, and you could do it at home from your chair and say, oh, that Bella Vita produces, that's our hometown people. I know that instructor, and that's so important to get it out. And we'll be zooming it out to them. We're trying to do different, from YouTube channels and everything else, we're trying to open up that whole medium for those who are truly homebound to have access to. It's like a senior center without walls. You don't have to come. You can take it from your chair and do everything else but eat with us, unless we deliver a meal to you, and then you got the whole package.
Yeah.
and the
That's-
meals, like I said, are delicious.
But
Again,
that's our biggest project this year is called the Senior Center Without Walls. Forget about our parking lot. We're going to get it into your home, especially for those who are homebound.
I love it. Thank you again for everything you do. So tell us a little bit about what's going on for the next coming month, because that's when we'll see you again.
We're out here the week before Thanksgiving. We just got I love November because we're able to celebrate our veterans, and we have a Veterans Week at the Senior Center. We don't get too much publicity for it. We have a great Veterans Week. The Chamber of Commerce comes in, does a fantastic honoring of veterans. They did that on a Thursday night. The next day, Friday, at noon, we had all our veterans honored. I was able to walk around the ballroom. I probably hit 50 veterans and ask them their name and their branch of service, and they were getting applause. That's the one of the highlights for me is just walking around honoring these veterans, and then they get the best dessert possible. And everyone wants a dessert. It's only for the veterans. It's not for their families, and they get the mode and the ice cream. Oh my goodness. So we're able to honor veterans, and we're so proud of, the veterans can call the senior center home, and that's an important thing for us too.
Yeah.
And then we got Thanksgiving coming up.
Right.
And, as November, and I think we keep talking about the gratefulness. We're grateful for what we have. I mean, we're grateful for the walking down Main Street here in Newhall and the beautiful weather and the things we have in this community. But next week is Thanksgiving week. So on Wednesday, we have a regular lunch. It'll be a great lunch that they're preparing for that. And Supervisor Barger's staff is going to come help serve that day.
Aw.
Stephanie English and her team are coming over to the senior center. They're going to be serving our seniors that day because they support us in so many ways. And then Thursday is probably the most special day of the year for me. And when I took this job, I was like, "What? You're working Thanksgiving? Yes, you're working Thanksgiving
Yeah.
the rest of your life." I
Yeah.
was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'll do that." So the Castaic Lions Club and now Santa Clarita Lions Club combined together, and we put on a lunch on Thanksgiving Day that you cannot believe. We got turkey, we got all the fixings. We don't want anyone to be home for Thanksgiving or to be alone for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The most important thing. So we're going to have about 300 people come over to the senior center on that day. We start lunch at 10:30. We roll it out, the best things in the world, and all volunteers come in. Our staff volunteer their time, except for our cooks. We got the best cooks, and they're cooking those turkeys up and getting ready for that. So those who would normally not have a Thanksgiving, you come to Bella Vita, and we'll give you a great one. And we're excited that we're thankful for the Lions Club and their support for many years doing this. And they do it in honor of Flo Lawrence and Alan Cameron, who have both passed away, and they really spearheaded this whole project. And we continue it to this day, and it's just a moment where, the senior center is closed, but we're here to gather as a family and to give thanks that way. So it's a special day for me. I look forward to it. The other thing happening that day is we've contacted all of our Meals on Wheels recipients who wouldn't get a meal that day because we're
Right.
closed, and almost 300 have said, "I need a meal that day." So we're packaging a special Thanksgiving meal just for them, and drivers are coming in, Meals on Wheels drivers delivering on Thanksgiving Day. And
Even though Meals on Wheels National will not, this is specific to your senior center.
Yes, this is thanks to the
Gotcha.
Lions Club and Bella Vita and the senior center saying, "No, we want to do this." And these drivers come in and we just go. And so 300 people who normally would just have whatever, they have a
Right.
special meal, and they get to see someone during Thanksgiving Day.
That's-
So that's what we're gunning for the end of November, going strong. And then we turn into the holiday season with holiday concerts from the Beach
Yeah.
Boys tribute band coming in.
Nice.
Their Silver Tones, which is our singing group. Funny, it's called the Silver Tones, but it is. And they'll be doing performances. So we'll have a good time in December for the holidays. So we're looking forward to a great month ahead.
Awesome. Yeah. And we'll have you back before the big holidays hit, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay.
We'll be back. But if you know anyone that needs Thanksgiving, please have them contact us.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. So, again, amazing. It was so far above and beyond anything anybody could expect. And you don't really know how much you need it until you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out how special these services really are, because like you said, you can't just go online and find this stuff,
Right.
It's just not there. So I will be coming, and I will be talking to one of your counselors, and we're going to see what we can do from the other side of the country. And again, this is something very unique that you have going on over there, and I really just want to express my appreciation for everything you do over there.
Thank you. And please help us as we're doing today. Spread the word. Tell the people we're there. Because I still had a guy come in yesterday, walked right up to our front desk and said, "Is this a senior center?"
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait till you see the magic that happens.
Yeah.
It's an incredible place. It really is.
Yep.
It's grown so much from the time it was started on Market Street.
But we're again, in a spirit of Thanksgiving, we're thankful for this great city that supports us tremendously, and the county that does for us, in the state as well. So, and the federal government. So, and the community, and all these individual donors that will be coming to us during our holiday season and making donations to the senior center. That's how it all comes together as one family.
That's right. And grandparents don't have to worry about, where am I going to eat? What am I going to do? Because that's how it got started.
Right.
You
That's
know?
that simple thing.
Yes.
Yep.
It was, Russ was one of the ones who was a school principal at the time, and he used to visit his classrooms, and the kids there would say, my grandpa and grandma don't have any place to go. What can we do about it? And he contacted Michael Antonovich, and a few seniors in the community. Joanne Darcy was one, Stan Sierrad, who are, long gone by now, and my husband, Russ, and the senior center on Market Street became available. And it was very, very busy. And now we have a brand new one, and it's absolutely wonderful.
So, Kevin McDonald, Bella Vita, Santa Clarita Senior Center, thank you again so much for everything you do. Happy holidays, and we'll see you before the end of the year. I look forward to it. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS 98.1 FM, AM 1220, hometownstation.com.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Pilecki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220, KHTS. And our guest now this afternoon is Ann Williams from Massage Envy. How are you?
Good.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So, tell us about Massage Envy. What is that?
Well, first of all, we're located off of Newhall Ranch Road. And Massage Envy is all about doing stretches, massage, and facial. So we all have licensed esthetician and licensed massage therapists. And so we customize massages, customize facials. So whatever you're coming in, whether it's for a relaxation, Swedish massage, deep tissue, we provide all of those.
Whoa.
We also have total body stretch.
Hi.
Hello. We have cupping.
Now, what is
K-tape.
cupping?
Cupping is where they have the cups and they place them on the body in specific areas. So if that particular area is sore, you're going to use that cupping to put on that spot. And it's also going to pull the skin, also the blood, to keep some flowing to that circular
So,
area. Yes.
kind of massaging it in a
Yes.
way.
Except you're using cups.
Yeah, it's a suction.
Interesting.
Yes.
So the cup is giving you a little hickey.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
it's
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
yeah, that's kind of like an acupuncture thing, but yes.
Oh,
So
well, I've had acupuncture. I've had physical therapy.
yeah.
And
And it
I've
releases
had
toxin really
massages.
quick. So it pulls it, the skin to the surface, the blood and everything, the blood flow and everything. So people who suffer with migraines or something like that, pain, all of that, cupping is an excellent tool.
Really? People with migraines? So what would you do? Put it on their neck or their back
They
or their
do have,
head?
yes, they
or
have,
what?
yeah, they have, well, we're not into the facial yet, but that is something, a technique too, but Massage Envy doesn't offer that. But the neck, yes, they have the small cups that you can place on the neck, certain areas, the shoulders, everywhere.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
But I'm glad I don't have migraines. I've had a few in my life, and they're very unpleasant.
Yeah.
Very, very painful. So, massage. So, do you massage the entire body? Is it legs, feet, arms, shoulders?
You can
all of those?
It's everything is customized. So you can have, if you wanted to come in and you just say, I want them to only focus only on arms or legs. Yes, they can. So it's customized. You come in, say, hey, today I just only want you to focus on my back. Then that therapist will only focus on their back. People also come in and get reflexology, where you just work on the feet up to the calf. So you may have some feet issues or anything.
Neuropathy?
So, yep, any of that.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wow.
So when I hear Massage Envy, I think kind of like a subscription. Like it's not just one off, but you're going in on a regular basis, and that's what you're kind of tailored to. Am I right in that?
Yes, so it's membership based.
Got it. That's what I was trying to say.
It is membership based. However, you can just come in if you just want to do. Maybe someone want to gift you a massage, and they feel that, hey, you've been working too hard. You can come in. Somebody will gift you a massage.
Oh, I don't know anybody like that.
Or if somebody even kind enough, they can give you a massage for a year, 6 months, or we have 3 packs, 5 packs. So we have a variety. So you don't have to be stuck in a contract for 1 year. Like I said, it could be a 6 month, a 3 pack for 3 session, a 5 pack for 5 session. So whatever the need. So
And-
we can just come back as many times you want without having any membership type.
Awesome. So I'm sorry, I wasn't here for your introduction. Dr. Pilecki, nice to meet you.
Hello, Ann.
Ann, nice to meet you, Ann. Okay, so can I get a quick rundown of the different types of massage over there at Massage Envy? Because there's dozens of different types of massage. So is it mostly like Swedish, light and fluffy effleurage, or do you get into some of the heavier sports massage, some of the deep like Thai massage kind of stuff? Like what is the spectrum that you cover there?
So we cover all. So some therapists are specialized in certain areas. So for example, we have therapists that specialize in prenatal. We have therapists that specialize in deep tissue. Therapists like to do Swedish massage, like you mentioned. There's therapists, the Thai. There's a few of those. We only had maybe 1 or 2 have really went into the study of that.
Yeah.
So it depends. You also can have therapists that can be specialized in treating clients with cancer. So it really depends if that therapist is licensed and
Yeah.
have that certification
Gotcha.
to do those. But yes, we specialize in everything from sport massage to deep tissue to like reflexology, whatever the need is.
Yeah. And I heard you also do, like assisted stretch.
Yes, we do. Total
Yeah.
body stretch.
Yeah.
So total body stretch is a 30 or 60-minute session. So for those golfers that's out there, they need a stretch, right? Not like everybody don't need one, but golfers, those are good candidate for total body stretch. When we first came out with it, when Massage Envy, that was the target, that was the audience. And we had a few famous golfers. I can't remember the name right now, but there was a few famous golfers when they first came out.
Only
promoting
golfers
it.
know
Yes.
famous golfers anyway, so don't worry about it.
Very true.
I know like Jack Nicholson and Tiger Woods. That's about
Oh.
it. That's
Everybody knows that.
beyond that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
So total body stretch is for everybody. It is always a big plus to always stretch.
Yeah.
Every day.
yeah.
It's good to have a stretch before massage too, because we do that. So before you have a massage, you can say, hey, I'm going to have a 30-minute total body stretch. And then that therapist go into doing the massage right after that. So those is definitely a plus. I recommend it.
That's interesting too, because when I went through my 2 cancer sessions, my oncologist sent out a physical therapist, and she would come out once a week and give me physical therapy while I was going through the chemo process, and it was very helpful.
Yeah.
It really was.
Very beneficial, huh?
Yes, very beneficial. Now, what is the difference between, say, a Swiss massage and a Thai massage?
I personally don't know. I just know that the effleuring part for the Swedish is more like a light massage and everything over the body, removing the toxin very, at a certain pace and everything. The Thai, I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that we have a few therapists that specialize in that. So I personally don't know.
I see. But there
Yeah,
are
Thai is not for the weak of heart. Thai, there's some cranking going on there. There's like full on mobilization and contortionists and it
sort of like
Like a
those
chiropractor.
chiropractors
Yeah, exactly.
that
yeah,
stretch you and crack you. And
yeah.
I used to go to one of those. Now I go to
Yeah.
Tom. Because they're frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
well,
good for you.
yeah, well,
Oh, yeah, they-
They
They do a good job. They did on me on the times that I went. But when I met Tom, I thought, no, he has a different kind of chiropractic.
Yeah,
and I
I-
like that much better.
I was at one of our conference, and one of the gentlemen kind of like gave me like a 5-minute, and what he did was he placed me on a table, and I was laying on my stomach, and then he pull my arms up and kind of my legs and everything because I was having a lower back pain. And he had like this block. And when he placed the block and pulled me a couple of ways and massaged this and everything, I came out of there feeling pretty good. But, you know, again, that was my only time I ever had a 5-minute Thai massage.
Oh, interesting.
So it's beneficial for those who love it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'd like one of those. I don't like my arms and neck and legs being pulled and tugged. I prefer the way Tom does it.
Thank you. So, what you just opened? Like, what? When did you open?
Well, it was a re-grand opening.
Oh,
this
gotcha,
Massage
gotcha.
Envy has
Okay.
been there for 16 years.
Oh, okay.
So we are the third owners.
Got it.
So the reason for the grand opening is the place needed to be remodeled. And so we wanted to open it back up to the community and let them know, hey, we have a brand new look. And of course, we had some new therapists on board, some new front desk ladies. So we just wanted the public to get the chance to say, hey, here we are. We refaced from the front to the back of the house.
Gotcha.
Sign
Okay,
and
so
Oh,
new facility, newish facility, same location. Some new therapists. For people who love their massage therapists, did some of the all other massage therapists stay on through the transition?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, all right. So best of both worlds, right? You got the old, you got the new. It's
Yeah.
all good.
In fact, we have some that's been at the location for 13 years.
wow.
So they went
They-
through, we're third owners, so they went through all three of the transition.
My goodness.
So we're proud that they stayed,
Oh, absolutely.
and that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
because you could lose, you know, when you.
Yeah, when
Change
you like your
ownership or something,
therapist,
yeah.
yeah, of course.
So it was a really plus, and we're really happy that we retained. I want to say at least 4 or 5 of them that had been with Massage Jimmy for that 10 to 13 years with Massage Jimmy at the same location.
So
Wow.
someone who's never had massage at Massage Envy, you know, everybody gets rubbed like by their spouse or whatever, but someone who's never been to a Massage Envy, what can they expect? Is it, you know, first time experience? What does that look like?
When you first come to Massage Jimmy, if you've never been, it's always customized. So if I've never been and I don't know what to expect, it's customized to my need, pressure-wise. Far as some people, when it comes to, they don't know if they should undress or, you know, how should they be dressed or something like that. It's to your comfortable level. Also, we have safety protocols in place. Place is nice and clean, safety protocols for far as everything is always wiped down. Remember that COVID, but we were still doing it anyway. So you can expect a clean facility. All the therapists are, as far as making sure the maintenance and make sure everything's clean after every service. Also, you're going to expect, far as when you have a appointment and you book an appointment, am I going to have somebody that's too deep of a pressure therapist or too light or something like that? So it's customized. You come in, you say, you know what, I think I want to have something just where I want to relax. And they know what type of massage to give you. If you're going to want a deep tissue, then you get a deep tissue.
Got it. So how long would somebody expect to be there on that first visit?
Our sessions is 60-minute sessions or 90-minute session. However, they are 50 minutes hands-on time or 80-minute hands-on time.
Got it.
We do have some 2 hours for those who want to do 2 hours. But for the most part, 50 minutes and 80 minutes hands-on time. Meaning there's
that's-
5 minutes to undress and for the consultation.
Sure.
And then post, there's 5 minutes to get ready, dressed and then talk to your therapist afterwards.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, do you need prescriptions to do this?
No.
No.
However, we always make sure before our clients come, we always ask, is there any medical condition that we need to know? Because we want to make sure the safety for yourself. And if it's okay, if it is, you just get something from your physician. And your physician will say, hey, it's okay for that person to have a massage.
I think that's very important.
Yeah,
Very
it's great. And okay, so give us your contact information. Like give me the deets.
Location?
Yeah,
Okay,
everything.
so we are located at 23957 New Hall Ranch Road. That's in Valencia. Our location, we call it Valencia Way. We're right next door to Sabora Restaurant, if you're familiar with the area. And CPK is all the way at the other end. We're all in the same lot. It's the
So
Bridgeport.
Bridgeport. Yeah,
Yes,
Bridgeport. Okay.
Bridgeport.
Yeah. People know where Bridgeport is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess if you go over that side of the town.
Yeah.
I live on this side, so
Okay.
I
Phone?
get completely lost.
What's the phone there?
Phone number is 661-259-0878.
Is that the best way? And is there like a website? Can you book online?
Yes, good question. Yes, you can. So you don't have to call to the location. You're welcome to book online. And when you book online, it will actually place your credit card or whatever, or if somebody decide to do an e-gift card, you can still purchase an e-gift card. So when you see the website, it's massageenvy.com. You book online, and you can see all the therapists' names. You can see if you want to do a 60-minute session, a 90-minute session, if you want to get a facial, a massage, a stretch, all those things are there. If you decide you want to get enhancement, for example, if you decide you want to do aromatherapy or you want CBD, you click that, and all of that will be populate into our system, and we will see all this information. We'll give you a call and say, hey, I see that you booked the appointment. I see you're interested in a massage, and we just get some little feedback so that we can, for the first time, welcome you to say, hey, come 5 minutes early because we need you to fill out this information on the iPad. Once you do that the very first time, then
You're good.
You're good.
Yeah, you're in the
Yes.
system. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then I want to have you come back and give us some more information about Massage Envy. You're listening to Senior Hour, KHTS 98.1 FM AM 1220, hometownstation.com.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Pilecki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And we're speaking with Ann Williams from Massage Envy. And how did you get involved in therapy and that kind of...
Believe it or not, I was teaching. First, I was teaching, but whenever my husband and I would go on vacation, he loves getting massages. And we were trying to think of something else as far as business-wise we wanted to get into. So we kept going to getting massages, and we had looked into other business ventures and stuff. And so I was like, you know what, since I do kind of have this background and I know a lot about, massages and everything, we went that direction. That's how we got started.
Wow.
As far as the business, because we looked at other, business stuff, and Massage Envy, he just liked the whole idea of getting massages. So that is how we started.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Getting massages to owning a massage business.
There you go.
And actually doing it yourselves and having people work for you
Yep.
who did that also. And it sounds like you have a conglomeration of massages, many, many types of massages for all parts of the body.
Okay, so Ann, what's the most important takeaway that you want our listeners to hear? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I want to mention that we are currently hiring at Massage Envy for massage therapists, licensed massage therapists. We also are hiring for front desk, that's a customer service position. We also want to let you guys know that right now on the station, anyone who the next 25 people mentioned that they listened or heard this, give us a call. We will give you a voucher if you sign up. The membership ended November the 3rd. However, if you mention this radio station, KHTS, guess what? You'll get a voucher when you sign up.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Plus, we do have gift card sales for the holiday. Come on, stop by in. If you spend $100, you'll get a $25 voucher. If you spend $150, you'll get a $40 voucher.
Nice.
Okay, and the vouchers, the gift cards are good at anywhere. We have over 1,000 locations. They're good at any location.
I love it.
Wow, that's terrific.
All righty. So one more time, hit us with the deets.
Well, please stop by at our Massage Envy located in Valencia, Newhall, 23957 Newhall Ranch Road. That's
Bridgeport.
Valencia Way.
That's Bridgeport. Yeah.
It's in the Bridgeport Market.
And the phone number?
661-259-0878.
And online to book an appointment.
MassageEnvy.com.
I love it. And thank you so much for coming in. I look forward to getting a massage over at Massage Envy. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS, FM 98.1, AM 1220, hometownstation.com. We're brought to you by Comfort Keepers In-Home Care and Providence Holy Cross. Now go out and enhance your quality of life.